Good evening, Travis, and thank you for joining us today for the Friday edition of the HGP Sportscast. I am Sean Embrack. We tell you now that the Guyana Football Federation Congress reconvenes tomorrow, Saturday, after a discussion and meeting with all parties concerned. Here is more.
President of the GFF, Christopher Mathias, survived the no-confidence motion brought against him last April at the GFF Congress by some affiliate members and associations, having brought a flawed motion which was disregarded, which subsequently brought many contentions. The present bodies, CONCACAF and FIFA, cleared the air and recognized Mathias as the legitimately elected president. The matter of the no-confidence motion cannot be brought up again, as, according to the Constitution, the agenda must continue. The notice to inform of the reconvening of Congress outlined that delegates can submit their nominations for the election of 2 vice presidents, vacancies that arose as a result of the resignation of Ralston Adams and the suspension of Collie Hercules. Some matters to be addressed at the Congress include the adoption of the agenda, an address by the GFF president, approval of the financial statement and budget, the GFF president's activity report, appointment of independent auditors, and discussion of proposals by members of the executive committee. The Congress came to an abrupt end in April last after members voted to save Mathias from a no-confidence motion brought against him. It resulted in a walkout by the disgruntled faction, and later a separate Congress was held by the faction that carried the no-confidence motion. A letter sent by VP Ivan Possaud instructing Mathias to vacate the office was short-lived, as FIFA debunked the unconstitutional Congress and gave Mathias the green card to continue. The reconvened Congress will be held at 10 hours tomorrow in the conference room of the Regency Hotel, Hatfield Street, Wrekin-Rust, Georgetown. A formal dress code will be in effect.
Former world boxing champion back home and scouting for promising youth with promise to become a world champion. His way of giving back. Find out more. Growing up in the ghetto in Guyana, as he termed it, Gary Sinclair expressed gratitude to those who helped him and never give up on him, as he eventually made it to the top.
This all would never happen if because for the wonderful people in Georgetown, Guyana. People like Mr. Kali Ming, you know what I mean? They support me all my life. Mr. Neil Kamar, they support me. George Humphrey, all those guys. I'm a man by the name of Kid Bokilo Bazilio. A lot of people don't mention those names. But if it wasn't for those guys, man, I would have been nothing. Gary Sinclair would have just been a young kid in the ghetto.
Staying focused and working hard to achieve your goals is quite possible.
Kids out there, you know, man, all you got to do is put your head down, work hard. Don't let nobody put you down with the dreams, because one of the things I know growing up in Guyana, man, a lot of people put me down. Everyone say Gary Sinclair, you ain't be nut, you ain't this, you ain't that. I live in the house where everybody want me to fail and lose and think. You know, man, look at me, I'm at the top of the world.
Apart from being here for family reasons, Sinclair said too that he is searching for one youth that he can give the opportunity he was given.
I mean, I'm helping these kids, and I'm home back right now looking for the next. Not Gary Sinclair, because man, you could be better than Gary Sinclair. So I'm looking for the next young kid to take up with me, you know. So I'm in Guyana with my family, my 6 beautiful kids, spending some time and looking for good talent. I'm back to the ghetto. I'm looking for some good youth out of the ghetto.
Focusing more on coaching and physical fitness, the 2-time world champion noted the benefits of staying fit.
I mostly train fighters, not necessarily a lot of professional fighters, amateur fighters, young kids coming up. And I'm into fitness and health, so that's what Gary Sinclair been doing for the last 5 years.
A call was made for more meaningful investment in boxing.
Could you guys please, man, support boxing in Guyana? You know, boxing is a grassroots sport. You know, a lot of young kids down there. Like, listen, man, there's a lot of Gary Sinclair in Guyana, especially in the ghetto boxing youth.
The former double IBF and IBO world champion now resides in Australia, where he is involved in coaching amateur boxers, as well as fitness and health programs, a profession he enjoys as his life after boxing. Sinclair emphasized the importance and power of education to change and empower one in one's pursuit of a dream. We tell you now that the regional under-19 cricket tournament, Chemo Paul's 50 helps keep Guyana as front runners in the tournament. Find out in this report.
A brilliant knock of 74 by Kimo Paul led Guyana to its third consecutive victory in this year's regional 50-over under-19 cricket tournament. The hosts beat Trinidad and Tobago by 5 wickets at the GCC ground border in the third round of the competition yesterday, Thursday. Paul hammered 3 fours and 6 sixes from 67 balls to post his third successive half-century. He, along with Tejnarayan Chanderpaul, who blasted 2 fours and 3 sixes in his 41 from 32 balls, spearheaded Guyana to 164 for 5 in 28.2 overs, in reply to Trinidad and Tobago's 163 for 9 in the match, which was reduced to 32 overs per side. Camilo Carambocas' entertaining 66 and 34 from opener Amir Django had lifted the visitors to 143 for 3 before the last 6 wickets stumbled for just 20 runs, as off-spinners Sharaz Ramcharan 3 for 27 and Damon Waldron 2 for 25 kept the TNT batsmen in check after a good start. Leaders Guyana are in a great position to claim their first 50-over title at this level. They had already taken the 3-day version of the tournament last week for the first time in 7 years. Yesterday's win has virtually assured them of a place in the final. The competition continues tomorrow with 4th-round matches. The Leeward Islands play Barbados at Everest, Trinidad and Tobago battle with Jamaica at DCC, and the ICC Americas take on Windward Islands at Wales. Guyana drew the bye.
And finally, we tell you that the Guyana Football Rugby Union, in a drive to promote the sport, will host a 10-a-side rugby football tournament commencing tomorrow, Saturday, at the National Park. Here's an update. 4 teams, Hornets, Carib, UG, and GDF, will be participants in the GRFU's 10-a-side tournament scheduled to start tomorrow at the National Park and will run every Saturday until September 13. The games will have 2 rounds each week, with the first beginning at 3 p.m. and the other at 4 p.m. The tournament is set up in an ongoing drive by the GRFU to keep rugby on the front burner and athletes active in order to create more interest in the sport. And that's your sportscast for today, Friday. Thanks for joining us and do have a pleasant evening. I would like to inform you that I will proceed on vacation from Monday. The competent staff of the HGP newscast, Nightly News, will be bringing you sports news as we go along. See you then. Bye.